It's Wednesday, September 16th here in Seoul. Hey everyone, it's Debbie from Korea Now with the headlines for today. South Korean health authorities have shut down some rumors that it's been manipulating the testing process for COVID-19 to adjust the number of newly confirmed cases to its liking. Kwon Jun-wook, the deputy director of the Korea Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, told a regular press briefing on Tuesday that he was shocked to hear such allegations and said it would never even cross the minds of health officials to adjust the number of people getting tested for the virus. This comes after some politicians shared their suspicions about the number of cases being reported, saying the government might be controlling the number of people being tested to fulfill its own agenda. On Wednesday, South Korea reported 105 new cases of COVID-19. Although this marked the 14th consecutive day that the figures have stayed below 200, health authorities are still struggling to contain the virus due to sporadic cluster infections linked to hospitals, churches, and personal gatherings. Amid the long hiatus in nuclear talks between Pyongyang and Washington, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has once again expressed his optimism for resumed dialogue. In a virtual seminar on Tuesday, Pompeo said although talks between the two nations have gone quiet, efforts are still underway with North Koreans to find an opportunity, possibly for resumption of dialogue. But North Korea continues to give no response to the U.S., and instead it decided to touch on regional issues like Hong Kong and the South China Sea for the first time in a virtual session of the ASEAN Regional Forum last week. The North also did not mention anything about its relations with South Korea and the U.S. or the current situation on the Korean peninsula. Meanwhile, Seoul's Unification Minister Lee In-young visited the inter-Korean truce village of Panmunjom on Wednesday for the first time since taking office. There, he held a press conference at a place where President Moon and North Korean leader Kim planted a pine tree to mark their first historic summit in 2018 and called on North Korea to keep the agreements that were made by resuming dialogue. Due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, 23 of the 56 films selected by this year's Cannes Film Festival will be screened at the Busan International Film Festival in South Korea. A total of 192 films will be screened at this year's festival down in Busan, and these include films that were either invited to or received awards at other major international events, including Cannes, Berlin, and Venice festivals. This year's Busan Film Festival will kick off on October 21st and run through October 30th. And due to the virus pandemic, organizers said the event will be very scaled down without any red carpet ceremonies. Considering the reduced format and the fact that only 5 theaters will be open for screening, some fierce competition is expected in getting tickets for the event. And those are your top stories for today. For full-length articles, you can check out our official website, linked down below. As always, make sure to subscribe to Korea Now for more daily updates.